Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Time Wealth Secrets. I'm your host Sam Fury. Um, Today we're going to be talking about how to start building your customer base, and we're going to do that by collecting emails through what they call a lead magnet. You're probably aware of this, or you might have, even if you're not aware of the concept from a marketing perspective, you probably have come across it in the internet. So basically, you get landed on a web page or a opt-in page or a squeeze page or whatever. There's so many names for it, and they offer you something for free, kind of like a free ebook or a free report or a free presentation or whatever, right? And then, but in return, you have to give them the email. So you give them your name and the email, and you press send me the free thing, and then it gets sent to your e-box, or maybe you can download it straight away. And then they have your email, which they then use to send you more emails to get you to buy stuff eventually, or just to give you tips or whatever, just to keep you as part of their customer base. And this is actually the backbone of any good internet or any good business these days, because it's like once you have the email, that can't be taken away from you. I mean, it can. They can unsubscribe, which is fair enough. But it's what they call traffic that you own. So when you go to Facebook or whatever and buy ads, um, and even if you're collecting, like you got so many people in your Facebook group, or like heaps of fans on your Facebook page, or so many followers on Instagram, you don't really own that traffic, because Instagram or Facebook or Google, they can always just like change things, and they do. It's happened a lot of times in the past, and history repeats. So they'll just change the algorithm or whatever, and then all that sort of, like, even if you're paying for ads in the algorithm, and maybe when Facebook first started doing ads, I think it was like super cheap, and then they just changed it, and then all of a sudden everything went up, or like too many, lots and lots of people came, so there's more demand, so they put the price up. So now it's a lot harder, right? Um, so collecting emails, it's really your email list is what can keep you going when things change. Um, and I heard somewhere, it was from Russell Brunson, who's this guy that who created, who's a partner. He's one of the creators of ClickFunnels, right, which is the software that I use, and his training is actually really good. You should go to, if you like listening to podcasts, go to marketingsecrets.com and start listening to his podcast. Right, that's where I get most of my information from, including this, what I'm telling you now. So the thing was, and someone told him this, I don't know. It's like, for every subscriber you have on your email list, you should make at least $1 per subscriber per month. So by that scenario, if you want to make like $1,000 a month, or well, in this case, for a Time Wealth business, our aim is to make $2,000 a month minimum, right? So all you really need to do is get 2,000 people on your email list, and then by rights you should be able to do it. And it's fairly true. I've got not that many people on my email list. Like right now, as I'm learning this, like as I tell you these things, it's because I learned it a couple of days before I make the podcast, right? So I need to start concentrating more on building my list. And so I've got about, I don't know, for the Survival Fitness Plan, for example, I've got about 2,000 people in there, and that's about accurate. It makes about 2,000. For SF nonfiction books, I've got about the same, I think, or maybe a bit less, and I make way more than $1. Not way more. I'm not a millionaire by any means, but more than $1 per person on that list, right? So I think the objective is just to keep trying to grow that list, but then also you want to try to. Anyway, we'll get more into that later. All right, so how to start collecting emails. This is what the episode's about. All right, so first you got to make a lead magnet, and the lead magnet is like the lead magnet is the thing that you're going to swap for it. So it could be as simple as just like a checklist, or it could be an ebook, or it could be a presentation, or it could be a slideshow, it could be a video. Like, there's so many ideas. It's just anything that you can give away for free, but it's got to provide value, and it's got to provide good value. So what I did, because I do this as I learn it, and then I do it, and then I explain to you what I did. That's how this podcast is going to go from now on, I imagine. So I was originally just going to make a checklist, and it was called the eight steps to creating a Time Wealth business, right? And so I made the checklist, and I thought, well, actually, that's not really enough. So then I went ahead and made a video presentation where I talk about each step not in super detail, because I don't know all the details yet, but I've got a pretty good idea in my head of how it's going to go, from what I've learned in the past. So I've created like a video presentation, and it's also an audio only. And actually, you can go get that. Go to timewellsecrets.com. It might be up by now. If not, hopefully by the end of the day, something will be there. The page is made, but it's not on the domain name yet. It's on timewellsecrets.com/8 something. I can't remember the path name, but if you go to timewellsecrets.com right now, or tomorrow, if you see this instantly as tomorrow, you'll be able to get the free presentation. So there you go, and I'll swap you my email for it. You'll swap me your email for it, and that's what you get, right? So first of all, you've got to make the product, and that was pretty easy. So like to make the checklist, I did it in Canva, and it took like, I don't know, 10 minutes. Like if you know in your head what the information is, it doesn't. Canva's like really easy to use. And then to make the presentation, all I did is record it. It's not very professional at all, but it's got all the information in it. I think the video goes for like 15 minutes, and that's how long it took me to make it. Maybe a little bit more, maybe like 20 minutes. All right. So there you go. And then all of a sudden I've already got 2 or 3 things. I've got, because it's easy to turn, once you got the video, it's easy to turn it into an audio only as well. All right, so you got the lead magnet. The second thing is to create the opt-in page, which is the actual page where they do it. Now, this is a bit more technical. This took me a while to figure out, especially because it was the first time using the platform that I was using. So I'm using ClickFunnels 2. Previously, I was using ClickFunnels 1. So if I did it in ClickFunnels 1, I could literally do it in about 10 minutes. But because I was using ClickFunnels 2, I had to relearn everything. All right, so it took me. And there's some technical problems with it because it's also a new platform, so it's still buggy. But I think if I did it again now, I'd be able to do it in like 10 to 20 minutes pretty easily. And like when I eventually bring out the Time Well Secrets course, if I do, I'll have a full guide of instructions of how to do it with the platforms that I'm good at using. So you just have to follow it, and it'll be much faster for you as well. All right, so you build the opt-in page, but you don't have to do it with ClickFunnels. You can do it with Lead Pages. There's so many companies out there you can do it with, so you can have a play with that. And then so once you get your opt-in page, you've got to make sure the main thing is that it's like have a graphic, right? Make it in Canva. I just made it simple. So for mine, because it was a video presentation, I just went to Canva and typed in YouTube cover, and then I just changed the picture and changed the title and download it. It looks pretty good. It's got a picture of me on it. If you go to timewellsecrets.com, you'll see it. And yeah. And then you just upload it and make sure it connects. So the thing that you want to do is ensure that when the person puts in their name and email address, and then it'll send them to the page, the thank you page, which is where they can download the thing, and then it'll also send them a little welcome email, right? So they get used to receiving your emails, and maybe it's a double opt-in, which means that they have to click on a link to confirm that they registered, and then they can get the thing. So how you do that exactly is up to you, and how you want to go about it. Mine just does it. You click on it, put in your email address, and click thank you, and then it'll take the person straight to the thing where they can download it, the thank you page, and then it also shoots off an email to them, and it's got another link, and it's also got a little bonus as well. So there you go. So once you've got that set up and it's ready to go, the last thing you have to do is drive traffic to it. Now I haven't started doing this yet, but I guess this is a way of driving traffic, right? So after this, like I keep saying, go visit timewellsecrets.com. So hopefully, out of I don't know how many people that watch this, at least a few of you will say, like, I don't know, 50% of you, if that, well, probably won't be that, but say 50% of you go and get anything. So that's a way of driving traffic. The other way to do it is to pay for the traffic, right? But because this is a free opt-in, you're not getting any, you won't see positive results, a positive return on investment like immediately, right? But it is building for the future. So you want to try to get as many names on your email list as possible. So yeah, so that's it. In reality, this is very, very important to start collecting emails, and it's fast to do. relatively. Like, you can create an opt-in, like within half a day you could have this set up easily, even if it's your first time. So just go and do it today, right? If you have a business idea already, you're doing it, and you're not collecting emails yet, go do it. And if you are already collecting, or you got something set up, but it's just like whatever, concentrate on it, right? Look at it more, think up new ideas, new lead magnets, and test them out and see what works best. Good idea is to get a bunch of lead magnets, throw them out there. Every single one that you do, put $5 on it in Facebook, or $10 or whatever. See whichever ones have the best ROI, like give you the most email subscribers. Put more money into that, right? And the other ones you can just leave, right? Just doesn't mean you have to take them down, but you don't spend money on them anymore because they're not as effective. So there you go. Go to timewellsecrets.com, get the 8-step presentation. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you again next time.